Hello, my name is Kelly.
Hello, my name is Thareen.
Now we are going to talk about dogs and fleas, the worldwide common problem. So, what are fleas? Fleas are living organisms that feed on mammals' blood. They live on the skin surface of human and pets. Fleas are very small and they are wingless. Their dark brown body is laterally compressed, which is composed of a blunt head, compact thorax, and large rounded abdomen. Female fleas are able to lay up to 25 eggs in a day. Now, let's talk about the background of fleas. What are fleas? Fleas act as vectors of zoonotic pathogens. They are also ectoparasites, and they are intermediate hosts for most endoparasites, transmitting many types of diseases. They are the major cause of allergic skin disease and anemia. Now, let's talk about type of fleas. There are 5 main types of fleas, in which Chetonocephalides felis is the major and most common flea species in the world. Now, let's talk about data.
In New Zealand, there are 228 out of 231 are identified as Stenocephalids felis, and the remaining 1.3% are recognized as bullous irritants, which can transmit zoonotic disease to humans. Out of 228 Stenocephalids felis, 177 are females, whereas 48 are males. Moving on to the next data, which are the reports on various countries infected by Stenocephalids felis. Based on this graph, the country that get the highest number of dogs infected are Mexico, which are 450 dogs, and the least dogs that get infected in the country is New Caledonia country, which is 8 dogs, and also USA, 8 dogs. This pie chart is about the reports on insecticides resistant by various types of fleas. This red color indicates 28 of the insecticide resistant towards Stenocephalids felis, whereas the green color is Stenocephalids canis that resistant towards insecticide, and the least number of the cases reports on bullous irritants, which is 12 cases. The result is based on arthropod pesticide resistant database.
So, now let's talk about the life cycle of fleas. First, they start off as adults, in which they have blood meals several times a day. Female fleas can lay up to 25 to 40 eggs per day. After that, the eggs will hatch in the environment 2 to 5 days later, in which it will become first stage larva and continuing with second stage larva, and then going on with third stage larva, in which the pupa is being covered in silk cocoon with debris on the outside, like this, as you can see in the diagram. Adults emerge after 1 to 2 weeks in the environment. Delayed emergence will only go up to 4 months, and the cycle repeats again, in which the adult takes blood meal from humans, cats, dogs, and other animals and other mammals.
Now we will talk about complications. There are 3 complications that's caused by the fleas. The first one is flea bite dermatitis. Flea bite dermatitis is a special allergy to flea saliva, which will lead to intense itching and scratching on any surface of skin of the dog, but the most frequent site is the back and base of the tail. Next is tapeworm infestation. Tapeworms are parasites where dogs can get internal infection by digesting the flea itself or its oocytes. Tapeworms play a role as intermediate hosts of flea to develop and then eventually migrate into the body of the dog, which can cause itchy rash and weight loss. Another issue involving flea infestation on dogs is flea bite anemia. This condition is considered as medical emergency, which can cause mortality in pets if the severity is high. Anemia happens when young or small animals have severe flea infestation. The fleas feed too much of blood on the animals until the red blood cell level count decreases.
So, control methods of fleas are separated into a lot of categories. However, these two are the major category. The first category is oral medication. It is more effective than topical medication. It has a long-lasting effect of 12 weeks of protection after just one dose. Some dogs, however, might react badly to the medication and is not easily mitigated if reaction occurs. There are three types of oral medication, in which the first is prescription oral flea-killing medication, second, over-the-counter oral flea-killing medication, and last, prescription medication that does not kill fleas. Next would be topical pesticides, or known as topical spot-on pesticides. Examples will be shampoo, sprays, and powders, as you can see here. It is easier to apply and use. However, bathing or swimming too soon right after application reduces the effectiveness of this topical pesticide. It is not advisable to pet the dog once applied to reduce poisoning due to the pesticides contamination in the body.
After the analysis that we have made, we have three opinions regarding to the control of the fleas. First of all, we can reduce the usage of pesticide. Most of the insecticides in the market only focus on the flea itself, but never thought about dealing with the problem from the root itself. Focusing on exterminating the fleas, larvae or eggs would be a better solution, as it would prevent the possibility of the reproduction of more fleas. Furthermore, we can use environmental friendly shampoo. These shampoos are highly recommended, and pets should be given bath regularly to prevent the fleas from taking an interest in your pets. Even if owners decide to apply chemical insecticides on their pets, owners need to be consistent in applying the dosage, but not to increase the dosage, as it can increase the resistance of the fleas towards the dogs. In conclusion, there are various species of flea present in worldwide that affect different animal species, especially dogs. Cephalid fleas is the most common fleas that can be found around the world, and actually there are several methods that control the flea population, including oral medication and the usage of pesticides. However, the fleas can develop resistance against the pesticides. Therefore, the scientists have to find another way to overcome the problem, such as increase the dosage of medication. Veterinarians are also advised to look for the history of the infected pets, and find the potential treatment deficiency before proceed to further treatment. Last but not least, the owner should do good husbandry on the pets and their environment to reduce the severity of flea disease on the pets.
That is all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.